Hey everyone, it's me again, Brittany, and I'm here today to do my April Plan With Me video. I am so excited about this reading journal video. I felt really inspired while I was setting this up, and I definitely was mostly inspired by Amanda Rach Lee's theme for this month. She did like the steady girl, lo-fi station style to her bullet journal, and I kind of took inspiration from that because the moment I saw it, I was reminded of this artist that had done the different house rooms for all the different houses in Harry Potter, but in this really cute, amazing style. I'll be sure to leave her linked down below in my description, as well as Amanda Rach Lee's video, just in case you guys wanted to check that out. But I drew inspiration from that and decided that I was going to make mine like a Slytherin common room. And I'm really excited for you guys to see how that turns out, and if it turned out pretty well, because honestly, we don't know. But before we jump into the actual Plan With Me part of this video, I did want to mention that this video is being sponsored by Skillshare, which is absolutely amazing. I've worked with them in the past, you guys know. I'm not going to talk about them right away, but a little later on in the video, we're going to have a brief mention talking about Skillshare and what it is if you haven't already heard about them. So definitely stay tuned for that. And yeah, without further ado, let me actually, so the reason that I was so inspired by Amanda Rach Lee's bullet journal theme and then the common room theme is because this month is the Owls. G puts on this incredible readathon. This is the third year running, where she has the Owls in the month of April and then the Newts later on in the month of August, I believe, August or September. And it's just such a good time. She has put so much work, so much effort into it. She is just... she takes the cake with it, honestly. I will be sure to leave her video link down below as well because she explains it so well. She explains the whole readathon aspect so well, and I just know I'm not going to do it justice, but that's definitely where I took inspiration to have like more of a Harry Potter theme for the month. And I will be having an Owls spread in there as well. I'm really excited about this year because last year, even though I did participate in the Owls and the Newts, I participated in the Owls way later on in the year, right before the Newts, instead of doing it right now when everyone else is doing it. So this is technically like my first Owls when everyone else is doing the Owls, and I'm just so hyped about it. So yeah, I'm sorry if I'm blinding you with the ring light and my glasses, by the way, guys. I don't know how I'm gonna figure that one out. But yeah, without further ado, let's actually just jump into this plan with me. I hope you guys enjoy it, and yeah. Alright, hey everyone, welcome to another reading bullet journal video. I'm so excited about this month's theme. I already basically gave you the rundown of it in my intro, so this is just me going over my sketch, which I barely stick to, of what I imagine the Slytherin common room to look like. Again, this is inspired by another artist's depictions of the common rooms, and I'm going to be sure to leave her linked down below just in case you want to check her out. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It took a lot more time than I thought it would, but the end result is definitely fun and worth it. Now, of course, I had to go with the classic Harry Potter script for the actual month of the year, and I really enjoy actually how it turned out. And I also tried to make everything in the bullet journal kind of look like they were hanging up in the common room. This is the inspiration that I took from Amanda Rach Lee's April spread, and so I did do my day's spread as I usually do, but I made it look like it was in a banner, which I think looks really cute. It gave me Quidditch vibes, but I don't know why. So yeah, there's that. And the fun part about this one is that there's so much coloring involved, and to be fair, I think I went a little bit too dark in the end result of what the common room looks like, but I mean, it still looks fine and I'm not gonna complain about it. I just didn't have the right colors that I would have liked to use for this. I should have probably went for more pastel style Tombow pens, but I just didn't have the right shades of green in that, so I had to go for the Super Tips the Crayola Super Tips, and those just turn out a lot more opaque and heavy and dark, which lent to the overall darkness of the picture. Now, because I was making this a more Slytherin-inspired spread, I couldn't go for the regular bronzy gold that the Harry Potter letters would be in, and instead I made it silver, and I love how this part turned out. I was really skeptical at first, but the way that it looks with the shade of green that I chose to fill in the banner, chef's kiss. And the space on top felt very blank and empty, so I wanted to add a quote, and of course I went with the sorting hats part for Slytherin, and I actually enjoy overall how it turned out. I didn't love the fonts that I was choosing, but in the end it actually works pretty well together. And again, I wanted everything that I normally put into my bullet journal to kind of seem like it was supposed to either be in the common room or hanging on the walls of the common room. So for my TBR and books hauled, I tried to make them look like picture frames, which I think turned out pretty cute. But yeah, I actually did cut out a couple of things in this month's bullet journal, so I'm not going to be having a pages read spread in this one, which is different for me, but I just have not felt the motivation to fill that one in at all lately. So I just figured to do away with it this month and see if I miss it or if it's something that I just can get rid of altogether. So because I got rid of that, I actually was able to put my books read spread on the same one as my hauled and my TBR. So that was kind of fun to do as well and see them all together again. And now for the most satisfying part, in my humble opinion, is the blacking out of the background for my books read spread. I really wanted to make it look like this was kind of like a built-in bookshelf on one of their walls, and I don't think I completely succeeded. You'll see later on that the inside of the spread is just not bookshelf enough in my opinion, but it was definitely worth it to be able to see this entire blacking out process, and I actually really liked the Posca paint pen for this. I originally had used a Tombow for other blacking out in the backgrounds, but it always kind of bleeds in whatever kind of gel pen I use on top of it, but with the paint pen it just dries down completely and makes for a really workable surface. So if you have that same issue of bleeding when you put down the blackout and try and write on top of it, I would highly recommend checking these out and seeing if they work a little bit better for you. I did want to mention that for the cursive that I use for most of my headers, I was trying to kind of mimic the cursive that's on the Marauders map, where it's just that kind of strange, spidery, curvy cursive. I don't know if I 100% succeeded, but it was close enough for me to not be mad at the end result. So, oh gosh, this is my really, really sad snake. He's doing his best, but you know, he's just trying his best, and we just have to accept that for him. As for my TBR, I haven't written it in quite yet because there is going to be a whole video on what my TBR for April / the owls is going to be, so look forward to that video, and I didn't want to spoil it in this bullet journal video. So there's actually a lot to talk about with this spread, but first, look how sad it was. One of my binder clips broke because it just wouldn't fit around that part of my notebook, so I decided not to set it down. But this is a new-ish spread for me, so it is my Bookish Weeks spread, which is basically kind of taking the place of my Bookstagram and video tracker spread. And it's kind of like a planner almost, and I made these banners, again, because I wanted it to look like it was hanging up in the common room, and they each represent one of the weeks of the month. There are 5 weeks in the month of April, and, you know, the first and the last one are shorter, so I made the banners shorter. But basically, it's just going to be me writing down if I do anything bookish on a day. So within that week, I'll write down Wednesday posted a video, or Thursday took a picture, things like that. And I think it's gonna be a lot more satisfying for me to fill out rather than specifically tracking the videos posted, because it can also take the place of just having taken the picture even if I haven't posted it, or editing a video even if it hasn't gone up yet. And I think it's gonna be a lot better for me to be able to visualize how long it takes me to do things and get a little bit more of a hold on it. But yeah. I actually think my little Slytherin crest turned out pretty cute, but I originally put them there because I felt like this page was pretty blank, but you guys will see a lot of it was actually done off camera. I kind of jam-packed this page, and I don't mind how it turned out, but it is kind of crowded. So yeah, and it was mostly just like simple lines, which is why I didn't film it, and I didn't really know that I wanted to do that until I had to wait for my battery to charge on the camera, and I was just sitting there staring at it. Ta-da! Alright, and now finally for my owls spreads. I'm so excited about these. I accidentally printed out the letter from Hogwarts and the prompts in really tiny form. I meant it to be as big as the Auror one, but you know, mistakes happen and I didn't want to waste the paper, so instead I just kind of layered them up, as you guys are gonna see, onto one page. Which is fine because the letter, it's pretty similar to the one from last year, so I have a full picture of that in my old bullet journal, and I can still see the prompts, which is really what I needed for this. And I did have to go in and kind of round the edges for the Auror paper because it was a little bit too big for my notebook, but I was originally going to put it on the other side, but I decided that I kind of wanted to split up all the papers, and I made this sort of my TBR for the owls page. And I loved the blackout for the books read spread so much that I had to include it for just the owls header. But yeah, I think I could have done a little bit better. I think it would have been a lot cooler if I had stuck with just silver, but overall it's not bad. And I did add a couple of little doodles in the blank spaces on the other page of just a wand saying Leviosa because, you know, the papers are floating. And a little letter from Hogwarts, but I don't know what's in it. It's just a letter. I thought it would look cute. But yeah. So as for what I put under the owl's header, I definitely wanted to make note of the host, which is G from Book Roast. I just think that she does such a phenomenal job and she really puts a lot of effort into this readathon. And I just kind of put down the classes that I had to take, which aren't as many as last year. Last year, you guys know, I went for alchemy and I did make it, but it was a rough ride. So this year I'm going a little bit more chill. I'm gonna be in Auror, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. I was really between that and astronomy, but I've been watching a ton of Criminal Minds lately, so I just leaned towards Auror because it was like the most similar field to Criminal Minds that there was. But yeah, I think it'll be cool. I really love that every new year that you do this, you can just pick out a different career. So maybe next year I will be astronomy, or maybe there'll be another new thing that I would want to do instead. She added so many careers this year. It's incredibly impressive. So onto the next page, where this is actually where I stuck down the Auror sheet to kind of give me all of the rundown on what the job is and what I'm going to need for it for the newts and the owls. And then opposite this page, I thought that I would make it look kind of like another page within a page, and this one is just going to be my brain dump area. So I did want to keep this in general just because I think it was really useful to me the one time that I did use it, and I'm hoping I'll use my bullet journal a lot more this month than I have been. I've really been slacking on actually filling out my spreads, and I think though having this really fun spread and a great readathon to join at the same time is definitely going to encourage me to do it. So back to the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community that was made by creatives for creatives, and it has thousands of videos ranging anywhere from creative to productive to lifestyle, and it ranges even from like beginner style classes to professional style classes, ones that are made more for someone that's just trying to refine their skills or someone that's just starting out with their skills. They have such a range. I personally always find myself going back to the photography classes, the illustration classes, productivity classes, and recently I've really just fallen in love with the lifestyle classes. So because I have been in the midst of a move, which I feel like I've said a million times, this has been the perfect time for me to explore the interior design classes that they have on their site, and it's just been so much fun. It's really cool to see just the things that I already knew without even knowing, but also picking up some more professional vocabulary when it comes to interior design. The most recent class that I've been watching has been Interior Design Basics, Simple Steps to Your Perfect Space. That is taught by Lauren Cox, and it is such a simple class. Like, there are so many basics, and again, this is really what's building my vocabulary and different theories that I never even knew that I applied when I would see rooms or interior design. I've always been interested in interior design, but I've never really had the time or the motivation to pursue it. But right now, it's just the perfect time for me, especially to pick up a new skill. We are all, or most of us, are under quarantine right now, and this is a very scary time, but picking up a new hobby like this can be just the perfect way to do self-care. I know I find it as a route of escapism to just pick up new skills, to learn new hobbies, to perfect ones that I've already, or perfect, to better ones that I've already been really interested in. And they have group projects, which is actually kind of fun because the class that I'm taking right now on interior design, the group project is to show off your decorated bookcase, which with the move, I obviously redid my bookshelf, which was so fun. Look forward to that video. And it's just, it fit in really well with the class. And I really, really recommend for you guys to pick up some kind of hobby in this time to keep you occupied and to also just kind of enrich your life and your mind, which is amazing because the first 1,000 of you guys that click the link down in my description bar are actually gonna get 2 months for free of their premium membership. And this gives you the perfect opportunity to explore the website, to see if there's something that really vibes with you and if this is just going to be a new great creative outlet for you. After the 2 months, it is such an affordable online learning community. It is under $10 a month for an annual subscription. So thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and I really hope that you guys are able to check out and hopefully entertain yourselves with in this time. So yeah, back to the video. And now for the flip through. So I did add a little bit more coloring in general to a lot of these pages. So if you notice that, I added drop shadows and just highlights and fun little marks with a gray pen. I overall really enjoy how this one turned out. I did try to change up my spreads than what I had been using because, again, I have not been using my bullet journal. So I'm hoping having changed what I need to be putting into it is going to make me more motivated to actually use it and see if this helps me keep track of everything a little bit better. And yeah, I mean, I'm overall pretty pleased with this. I hope you guys are too. Let me know what you think of it, and if you guys are making an owls inspired spread for this month, I would love to know and see what you guys have come up with. But yeah, I also want to mention I didn't add my favorites page like I usually do. That might still happen though, so I left the page blank. All right, that's kind of it. Alright, and that's gonna be it for this video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. So again, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I hope you're staying safe and I hope you're staying happy. I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye!